Hi everybody. So this is going to be our last week working with VowelCat. So this will be the last activity that I give you, and next week I will be collecting the computers back from you. So I hope you've been able to use VowelCat successfully. I hope you've been able to find some activities that you enjoy doing and are getting some good practice in preparing for the speak test. So this final activity I have is going to be incorporating more of natural speech and less just focusing on single sounds or monophthongs or diphthongs. So this is going to be kind of a combination of all that, putting it into some natural speech and seeing if we can use VowelCat as a way to help us target when we're having trouble pronouncing sounds correctly while we're speaking naturally. So what I've sent you in the email is a PDF of vowel paragraphs. So there is a paragraph for each vowel that we've worked on so far these past few weeks. So you have a paragraph for each monophthong vowel that we've worked with, which was the first videos, and then I have paragraph for each diphthong as well, which was from the last video. So hopefully you'll be able to work with those and record yourself as you work with them and see if VowelCat can be helpful. So I just want to show you some example. This is going to be a pretty short video because I don't want you to have to listen to me read each paragraph. I think it's pretty straightforward, but just so you're clear of what to do, and I have my paper right here. Okay, so we're going to start with the vowel right? So that's wooden hook, and that's the vowel right here. That looks like a little horseshoe. So if we want to go through and read our paragraph, maybe pretty slowly at first, and just see how often our red ball is passing through. Now, an easy way to make this, or a way to make this easier, is if we zoom in on the vowel. Because when we're speaking naturally, you can see the ball moving right now. It goes all over the place. So it's hard to tell when it's hitting a spot frequently or not. You can kind of like scroll up or use the two fingers on your trackpad to go right into this section. So now all we're going to be trying to do is notice how often our ball passes through our boundary that we've created for okay? So wooden hook, right? We saw it twice, so that means we're pronouncing it at least in the right area that it should be pronounced. So now we can read through. Cook said goodbye to her pudding, basins, and cookery books when she took her bosom friend, Miss Goodchild, to Fulham to see Woolsey Foot in the hook-nosed crook. Okay, so that was the first sentence of the paragraph. As you see, I was reading slowly, trying to keep my eye on the vowels and see how often it was coming through. It was coming through fairly often. If you're pronouncing this and you're noticing that the ball is always in one area, or if you're not seeing it at all, then zoom out, take a look at where the ball is going, and try to adjust accordingly by either trying to raise your tongue up a little bit or to drop it down or move it forward, move it back, but wherever. So this is kind of the idea. And then you can go through and be quicker if you want and see if it works as well. So I'll do the next sentence. The fulsome and ebullient Foot had fulfilled his wish to put Pushkin aside for good, putting the stolen bullion in a bushel basket hooked from the butcher. He conceals it in some bushes at the foot of a cul-de-sac at Goodwood. Okay, and as you're reading through these paragraphs, and you don't have to go through each paragraph and look at where you're going through, but as you're reading the paragraphs and you're pushing more into natural speech, I want you to notice what you're doing with your mouth and how it feels. Because as I'm reading through this with this sound, right, I'm rounding my lips a little bit, and I can feel my mouth positioning really adjusting to that sound because I'm saying it so frequently. So you'll start to feel that and notice it, and as you feel maybe your muscles will get tired and drop away from that, and that's when you want to tighten it back up and really look at where your ball is on the screen. So you'll go through, and we have a paragraph for each one. Okay, and so here you see we have one for each vowel. So the first paragraph here is for the E vowels, or the green T vowels. This is in reference to your color vowel chart. So there's going to incorporate a lot of sounds from that E. So in Act 3, we see the deeds of the 3 chief leads revealed, right? So this is a lot of E sound, and I want you to think about your mouth positioning when you're doing that one too, right? E, your lips are spread, so you're going to want to continue that placement. Your mouth's going to be pretty tight because it's a very high and front vowel, right? So maybe the rest of your sounds, the rest of your words might be affected a little bit, but that's okay because we're focusing on that E sound. So same with silver pin. So the prima donna's singing was admitted by a select audience to be all that could be wished. And we have for red dress. We have a for black cat. And again with the mouth, that's going to be a little more open, right? Our lips tend to spread a little with a. A cup of mustard. A olive sock. Again, that's going to be a little bit more open. A wooden hook. Some rounded lips. Ooh, blue moon. Very rounded lips for this one. And then we have our diphthong. So a gray day. The way Miss Grace Sage defends the ancient stage. Right, so watch how your mouth is positioned for that one and really work on accentuating those diphthongs and giving them enough time to pronounce those sounds. A, okay? I, white tie, ow, brown cow, and really watch your lips with this one as we start with an ah, open back ah, and we bring it forward to a ooh, and we round at the end. And we've got oi for turquoise toy. And again, so we start with the rounded lip with this one, E, and kind of end with the E sound for this one. And then rose coat, super, super rounded, right? Both rounded vowels there. So go ahead and just go on ahead and practice with those paragraphs. I think just being able to go through and reading them a few times is going to be helpful. I always think looking in a mirror or having a video camera on while you do this is very helpful as well because you can see your lips and what you're doing. And just be sure to record when you do it. So I hope you guys enjoy this. This can be a really useful warm-up paragraphs as well before you take the speak test. So think about reading through these maybe before you go in for your test and really practicing and warming up your muscles in your mouth. But anyways, I'll see you all in class next week. I will email you soon and let you know which day I'll be coming into Dr. Park's class to know when I can collect the computers from you and hopefully conduct a very short interview and reward you with a donkey gift card because I really appreciate your participation in this research. So I hope you all have a great week. I'll see you soon.